Who is Chiffon House Williams? Welcome to the micro view, where you view the small details and we see the big pictures. If you have not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Hit the like button if you love it, or hit dislike if you disagree with our show. And yes, you heard right, we encourage everyone to be engaged. Who is Chiffon House Williams? Born July 26, 1985 in the New York City Metropolitan Hospital and raised in East Harlem. She was raised by her grandmother, living in a New York City public housing, a two-bedroom apartment with her younger and older sister. Growing up, she quickly learned that she needed to be strong and wise. She was motivated to be better for herself for the following amazing story. Growing up, she loved being in charge, always taking the initiative and leadership. For instance, she would pretend as if she was a teacher and her friends were her students. She even went as far as starting a dance team. And of course, she would be the lead dancer, collecting dues for the performances and dance materials. She even charged money to other kids to see them perform primary school backyard. Talking about being creative. Chiffon, as we said earlier, was raised by her grandmother. Her mother sadly had used drugs while being pregnant of Chiffon herself. The late 80s and early 90s were tough times for many families in New York City due to the drugs on the streets. Chiffon grew up visiting her mother in prison for about 10 years, for reasons we will reserve due to the respect to her family. Her dad, on the other hand, walked away. Chiffon herself had never met her dad. Chiffon eventually attended Jane Addams Vocational High School in the Bronx. As she started her journey in high school, the relationship with her mom somewhat improved as they tried building their relationship. It was later on the family realized her mom suffered from depression. During high school, Chiffon was involved in cosmetology major, and then she quickly realized she liked receiving the services instead of offering the business aspect of it. So by the 11th grade, she changed it to business. Definitely a tremendous move. Personality and style was always very outgoing. Quite popular young lady, wearing the latest jersey dress or the latest kicks, and definitely a leader. She was senior class president and graduating high school by 2003 and straight to college. After this chapter, she eventually attended New York City Tech, got her associate's and bachelor's degree in human services, working with children and families in need. By the age of 25, she started her master in social work, but only completed 2 semesters. She naturally was burned out with school and work. As powerful and motivating this sounds, let's face it, she had all the odds to be another victim of a broken home. And remember, when they say we all have the same opportunities, at the microview, we see this as lies and misleading information. If you agree with us, please comment below with the word odds. ODDS, odds. We know you are paying attention, and while you are at it, please hit the like button. She quickly realized that she goes to school, follows her passion in helping others, yet still working for someone else. She was burned out. As we mentioned, she then took the opportunity in 2010 and 2011 to take some time and travel, visiting Europe and China, which, after taking this well-deserved vacation, it motivated her to look into real estate, not realizing that during this chapter in her life, she will fall in love with her new career. In early 2012, she earned her real estate license as a licensed salesperson, and on July 6, 2013, she got married to the love of her life. And right away, that same year, her partner and herself invested in a 3-family home after realizing she needed multiple streams of income. She just disliked the idea of working for someone else, in addition to receiving the news of expecting her first baby. So she started what real estate professionals refers to as house hacking. Let me repeat it again. House hacking, in which the real estate professional invests in a multi-family residential property and lives in one of the units of the property as their primary residential, and having the renters, now pay attention guys, having the renters from the other units pay for their mortgage and expenses of the real estate property. Chiffon, after putting together a small team of investors, advisors, she quickly moved forward with the plan with her husband and purchased their 3-family home. As I mentioned, moving forward in her career, she started exploring her horizons here and there, with new projects and ideas. One of our favorite projects she shared with us was named Buy the Block, where she encouraged young entrepreneurs, investors, and team members to join her in making investments in Detroit. It was an inspiring project to see a community come together and learning the ropes of learning real estate investment. Please enjoy the following clips of this project and what they're saying.
Hey guys, my name is Natalie and I am part of Buy the Block. I purchased my first investment property in Detroit, Michigan. I also purchased a piece of land. Very, very important that we as a community buy our communities back. That's part of the Buy the Block back. Dove right in and just took a leap of faith. Money that we spend throughout the year on nonsense that reaps no benefits at the end of the day. So let's sow into something that's going to actually benefit us in the long term, benefit our community, benefit our family. So welcome to Buy the Block.
My name is Chiffon, part of the Buy Back the Block initiative in Detroit, part of Chiffon's team. When I first started with her, I didn't have any LLC, any properties or anything, but at the end of it all, I own 2 properties and we're on track to doing the renovations. So reach out to Chiffon, she will not lead you astray.
During this time, Chiffon develops a great deal of followers, investors, buyers, sellers, students waiting to learn the system on how to invest in real estate. Chiffon would always recommend Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki in order to help individuals understand the ropes and guidance needed for real estate. Now, if you have read this book and have as much passion as Chiffon and myself have for this book, which we also highly recommend you to go get yourself this amazing book and have your children's kid read it as well. We can all agree that this book is good, but it requires a bit of decoding since it's the story of Robert sharing his personal journey in real estate field and the mentors in his life. So Chiffon wrote the book Tranquil Buy and Hold, a short, straight to the point book about real estate investment. She still has her skin in the game of real estate and yet continues to motivate and educate her community with coaching and investment. Now, during this entire YouTube video preparation, we noticed there were no negative impact chapter in her life, and we were eager to ask her straight to the point, have you ever faced any depression, difficult times, low bottom where you felt lost, any dark path of your life? Her response was, anytime during my journey I felt any kind of hopelessness, I pushed myself to go do better. Let's repeat this again, guys. Whenever she felt hopeless, I pushed myself to go do better. I went to school. I would say to myself, I can be like my mother. I don't want to suffer from depression. Let me get my real estate license. And I do get from time to time some type of anxiety. Whenever I get anxiety, I exercise. And usually my anxiety is from any particular change in my life. But once the adjustment is accepted, I move forward, always staying busy. Now guys, we have to say, this is powerful. This is just mind-blowing. Whenever you felt any type of way, just stay busy, push yourself to learn something else, learn something new, improve your lifestyle, exercise, stay busy, and there you go. You get results. Amazing. Great job, Chiffon. Now, here is a clip of what her amazing sister has to say about her.
What can I say about my lovely, lovely sister, Chiffon? Is a very, very loving person. It doesn't matter who you are, if you are loyal to her, if you show any type of kindness, she is that person that will show it back. Your girl is definitely very overly protective. Anybody that's around her, whether it's her husband, her kid, her family, whoever it is, all because of love. And that's all I can say is that my sister is literally the best sister in the world. She's literally like my mother, like literally my mother, basically.
And with that said, guys, as you can see, Chiffon was a great role model in her home. And I'll leave you with the bonus and enjoy this clip, guys. Have a good one.
My name is Chiffon House Williams, and I want to say thank you so much for tuning into that last video. If you are inspired to become a real estate investor, please email me at chouserinko@gmail.com. And lastly, don't forget to like and subscribe. Have a great one.